is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sith Talk. This time we have back on the show, not again, but for the third time, Ricky from Pop the Bounty Collector. What up, Ricky?
3-time champ, baby. Let them know. 3 times.
So let the people know about your channel, what your channel focuses on, and where they can find you at for the third time.
For the third time. Well, I'm on YouTube, Pop the Bounty Collector, Instagram, Pop the Bounty Collector, X, Pop the Bounty Collector, and I have a TikTok, Pop the Bounty Collector. So you can find me on there. I've been doing some shorts, reels, unboxings. Recently with the Ahsoka show and the hype, I've been doing reactions, predictions, reviews. So I'm getting there, man. I feel it right now. I'm on my 4th month, right, doing YouTube, and I feel like, you know what? You're a YouTuber now, man. You're a YouTuber. My thumbnails on point. So check out my channel, man. Check it out. Hey, I got funny stuff. Sometimes I be dropping funny lines on live streams or even in my videos themselves. So I'm a pretty funny guy. You want to laugh.
Yeah, so you guys definitely check them out. Link will be down in the description below. So now, since this is the first time I've had someone on here for the third time, I got a new set of questions that you're going to get, and then I'm going to answer it too because I've never answered these questions either. So are you ready for the first question?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so if you could go back in time and re-experience your first time watching any Star Wars moment, what would it be that you've experienced in your life?
It's so that part would kind of be kind of sentimental. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But it would be probably go back to my uncle's apartment with me and my cousin uncle watching Star Wars for the first time. He was actually the one that got me into Star Wars. So I was begging him to go to the movie theaters because at 1997, George Lucas did the whole kind of like extended scene celebrating the anniversary. So I begged him, like, take me to the movie theaters. He's like, I got those, man. I'm like, no, you don't. And he pulled out the old VHS, and that weekend was epic, just watching the 3 films. So I'll go back to that moment. And then if I had a second moment to go back to, it would be Revenge of the Sith, man. That time was crazy. If I could go back to just that month before release and start collecting more collectibles, because I felt like I didn't pick up that much, I just recently, got married that year, so I was trying to do the adult thing and not buy collectibles. Well, that marriage didn't last. So now I wish I would have went back and just bought everything. I mean, just the hype of it, because we knew what was going to happen, but we wanted to see how the transition. And I think I went to the movie theaters probably 3 times to watch Revenge of the Sith. Once, obviously, with my ex-wife, and then the other 2 times just by myself in the afternoon. But just seeing it in the big screen, that whole hype around it, it was everywhere. So if I could, that might be my second moment to go back to.
So for me, I was thinking about more recent stuff. Like at first I was like, would I want to go experience Mando season 2 finale again? Because that moment seeing Luke, like, I was shocked. And even 2 days ago seeing Anakin, like, that moment was amazing. But I might have to go back to like 99, seeing The Phantom Menace, seeing my first Star Wars movie in theaters, seeing the Duel of the Fates again on big screen. Either that or like maybe Revenge of the Sith, because I remember seeing it Thursday midnight AMC in Daytona Beach, Florida, on the International Speedway Boulevard, whatever it is. But the AMC there, I saw it there Thursday at midnight right after work, and it was amazing. So probably one of those two. But like if it was more recent, maybe Mando, man. That Mando moment was amazing. The Rogue One Vader moment at the end. That moment was amazing too. To experience and feel that again, bro. That would be epic.
That Rogue One scene, I stood up from my chair in the movie theaters, and my friend was like, "Yo, sit down," because that just caught me off guard. Like, when I saw Vader, oh my God, he was just slinging that lightsaber, lifting people up. I'm like, Yes, we need more of that. Please. We need a Vader
Yeah.
movie. We need a Vader movie. That would be good.
Hell yeah. So the next question is, what is your dream Star Wars movie? If you could have any movie made right now, dream, what would it be?
I did say I would like a Vader movie, and
Uh
I got the T on my favorite character, but Darth Revan, man. I think I said it. I think
ooh.
I said it on my last Sith talk. We need a Darth Revan. His story is amazing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that story, and I think the Darth Revan, like you can make it literally a sequel, or not a sequel, a 3-part movie,
Hmm.
right? You could make it a 3-part movie.
Yeah,
Going from his young training, how he jumped from master to master because he just like didn't listen, and a lot
yeah,
of them would he just kept on being passed along. So that could be one movie alone. Then the second movie could be the movie where he transitions and he actually gets turned to the dark side. So you could end that movie or the beginning of that movie, like he turns to the dark side, and then third part is how they transition him back to the light side. How they could have killed him, but they
hmm,
said no. Like they used their force powers to like kind of basically block that and erase that memory and bring him
yeah.
back. That would be epic. Now again, this is all the information that I got from YouTube. So people that read the Reverend books don't come after me. I'm just saying that's the information I got from YouTube, and if it's on the internet, it's true. Okay.
Nice. So no, that'd be sick. I think for me, a movie, I would want a mall movie that takes place when after he flies away from Ahsoka in Clone Wars season 7. I want to see
Ooh.
what happened with him between that and Rebels, because there's a Vader confrontation in there. Because when we get to Rebels, he's like shook, terrified of Vader. So I want to see what he did in between that time and how Vader scared him. That's what I would love, a movie of that.
Oh, I would love that too, because then we get to see Vader versus Maul. Like how many
Yep.
people have been dying for that?
I know. I
Like just to
know.
see Vader versus Maul. I thought you were gonna say you want to see Palps get a Darth Vader. I mean Darth Maul, and like
That's
train
that's
him. Like I
that's a
thought
close
that.
one too. I was gonna say that at first, but then I'm like, I think I'd rather see that just to see how he ended up where he was in Rebels and how he ended up on Malachor hiding in that Sith temple by himself. Like, what happened from when he left to when he got there? So
Oh
interested in
man.
that. Yeah.
Even if to me like there's so many, like I don't know, I'm just assuming, right? It's cheaper to do animated movies versus live action, right?
I would guess, right? Because you just
So
make everything. Like you don't have to hire all the cast and all that stuff.
and their animated, series, Rebels, Bad
Fire.
Batch, Fire. So if they could even do that in an animated movie,
I would take it animated too, for sure.
oh my god, that would be
Either or.
amazing.
So this last one's gonna be a tough one because I don't even know the answer for it. I'm still trying to think. But what is your dream Star Wars collectible? If you could have any collectible item, it could be anything, a movie prop, a Funko Grail, this, that, like,
Ooh,
oh, I think I know mine. I think I know mine. Oh, it's kind of basic, but whatever.
man, that is tough.
Because you could say I want Anakin's saber he used in Revenge of the Sith, that movie prop of the one that he used.
I think to me it would be pretty dope to have. If you could say I have Darth Vader's helmet from the movies. Now I have Darth Vader helmet
Uh-huh.
Hasbro, old version, the newer version that came out I think last year. I have the helmet, but to say like it was actually used in the movies
Yeah,
and put
yeah.
that in a little glass case with a nice little sign that says use either Return of the Jedi, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I'll put like a light on it. It'll be in the middle of the room, nothing else in the room, just to show everybody. Look at that right there.
Yeah. That's a good one. Like, I probably would have to go towards something like that from the movie. Cause like I was gonna say the holographic Darth Maul Funko Pop, because that's
Mm,
like 6, 7 G's, right?
it
But
is.
but I think I would want something from the OG trilogy, whether if it's like Luke's original lightsaber that he used, or like even Obi-Wan's the one that Alec Guinness had, or even if I went to prequels and got like from Phantom Menace, like Darth Maul's dual saber that he
Oh man,
actually
that would be
used,
dope.
it would have to be something like that. Probably a saber that somebody used from the OG or the prequels. Um, yeah, it would have to be something like that. It's such a tough question because there's so many things, man.
So many
Even
things,
like,
but Return of the Jedi, Luke's lightsaber with the glove.
oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that'd be dope too. So nah, that'd be fun to have something like that, like an original screen used prop, because the memory, the history, it just would just be wild to have in your collection.
yes.
So Ahsoka episode 4 was 2 days ago. Did you enjoy the episode?
So I've watched that episode a total of 6 times already.
Nice.
Now, I have not watched any Star Wars show, animated or live action, like I watched that show.
Yeah.
And it could just be because the hype is all over the internet, but man, Hayden Christensen is back. Luke Skywalker is back. And like I said, we said in our live after party, the episode is already 10 out of 10. You
Yeah.
you didn't even needed to add that. You add that, now it's an 11, 12, 13 out of 10. Like it went over. And my reaction, I seen your reaction. Your reaction, like I've never seen you like that before.
Bro, I
Ever.
was shocked, bro. I was genuinely shocked because, like you said, like the episode was 10 out of 10 already. Like to me, it was 10 out of 10. It was fine. It could have ended right there in the water, but we got
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka, World Between Worlds, Anakin. I didn't expect that, and nobody leaked it. Nobody, there was no rumor saying it's coming. It was a genuine surprise for everyone. I was shook, shook.
Yeah. Like because even I want to say Will Padawan Pops put in his
Mhm.
video like Maroc, getting cut and they end up turning gas. But like he's like, did you really think about that after the end of the
Nope,
episode? Nope.
nope,
It was like
nobody.
it was fine. But
Yeah,
man, it was crazy. And like I said, going back to your reaction, I've known you for many years, over a decade, and I've never seen you get so emotional.
yeah,
And like
bro.
you could even finish the video. I was laughing at that part. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to end this, and then all of a sudden you see your end screen,
yeah,
where everybody there's are, Padawans. I was like, dang,
yeah.
he didn't finish his video. Me,
Nah,
I didn't cry, but I screamed loud. I screamed loud
yeah.
in that video because that caught me off guard. Because first my face and it was like, wait, where is she? She's not in the water. What?
Yup.
World between worlds? And then all I heard is said snips. I was like, yo, no way. I thought this was
Yeah.
coming in episode 5. Nope.
So
Leave
the
you with a
whole
little teaser.
yeah, I mean, they could have started off the next episode like that. So it's just crazy. Now, the rest of the episode though as a whole, it was just good. Like it was longer than the last one. And I felt like it went by quick, but it was paced good. And like it started off with that first battle in the woods, which was dope. Like seeing Sabine,
Yes.
like I felt like in that moment I felt like I was watching an episode of Mando, and like Bo-Katan was kicking ass. Like
Yes.
she felt like a natural Mandalorian. So that was dope seeing that. When Ahsoka used the Force to pick that dude up, move him to block him, and then threw him back, that's not a Jedi way. That's not the Jedi way, like at all. So that was kind of crazy. She's kind of just doing whatever she wants to survive. So that was
But
cool.
Hu Yang,
Hu Yang,
Hu
bro.
Yang, Hu Yang is like he's the stealer of every episode. Like he
Yep.
has a moment, and I don't know what the heck is those little arms in the
Yeah.
back,
It's
but
like
yo,
Grievous like arms.
Grievous like arms, yo, Hu Yang. But like I said, you started off with Hu Yang fighting them, and then they came out, they
Yep.
were doing their thing, and then they were running, to try to catch up, and all of a sudden you see Marak and Shin just like waiting, like, yo, what do you guys
Yes.
think? Yo, I was like, I thought that was so gangster. And I
It,
know
it
you got Shin, I know you call it, what is it, Shin Baby?
Shin Batty.
Shin Batty. Yo,
Yeah.
she just hops off the rock like, I was
Yeah,
like,
she
yeah.
she hops off like that log. She takes off the cloak and like going somewhere, bro. That was so dope. And then Sabine was heated, and it was funny how Ahsoka looked over at her because it was almost like Ahsoka was wanted to say like you'll be mindful of your feelings or some Jedi type thing, but she didn't want to like embarrass her in front of them, so she kind of just waited, and then Sabine went off, and then when her and Marak faced off, like when he took the blade out and then
Oh
ignited them
yes.
both at the same time, oh, that fight was dope, man, so dope with her and Marak.
Now, they talk about the choreograph of the fight scenes and all
Yeah.
that stuff. The fight between Ahsoka and Balin.
Oh my god,
I'm
that
like, wow. My man turned his back on Ahsoka. When he was like doing the move, he just ended up
oh
just
yeah,
walking, turning. I was like, you turned your back, and like there was a moment where she was close to just cutting his face, like his head off,
yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Yep.
yo, this fight. I wish it would last a little bit longer, but it
Yeah.
was dope. And
That
then obviously, when Ahsoka saw Shin, she thought Sabine was dead or something,
yeah.
and just lifted her up and threw her at the
Yeah.
same time, holding. How do you do
Yeah.
that? Holding the lightsaber and just like boom. I was like, damn.
She definitely tapped into the dark side a little bit, bro. That's hate. That's anger. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
again right there. That's not like the Jedi way. But that fight with her and Balin was crazy. I loved how they both had poses and they were kind of having a stare off. And then one switched the pose, and then the other one switched the pose to kind of counter that. So it's like they were playing chess, switching between all these moves. But that fight was dope.
Or they were doing Jedi mind tricks.
Maybe. But I think they're too strong for each other for that to work. But I like when they were like had the sabers like clash and he just overpowered her and pushed it down to the ground.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, he like you could feel the strength. And then when he did like his little spin move in the air, bro, you could just feel the power and the strength. It's such a shame that he passed away and we can't get more of him because I don't know if they plan to kill him in the show if he dies in part of the story or if he survives. But if he survives, I don't want to say it's going to kind of suck, but in a way, it's like we're never going to get more of him.
Mm-hmm. Did you do in one of your videos say that they had to go back and reshoot the end?
I thought I saw a rumor that supposedly they reshot something allegedly for the end of the show, and I don't know if it just happened to be a regular reshoot they had planned and people are taking it out of
Mm-hmm.
context, or if it was to tweak something like say if he survived or if he died, or maybe if he died, maybe they're tweaking it to leave it more open ended, like he disappeared or so. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out, and we'll see if it seems like something was tweaked that doesn't like line up.
Like for me, and I was thinking about this, like I would take an episode like the Ahsoka is only 8 episodes, right?
Yep.
So it would have been nice if they did 10,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh my
and
yeah.
we were able to get at least one full episode focusing on the relationship of Shin and Balin. Where did they
Oh
come
yeah.
from? How did he train her? Who
Yes.
trained him? Who was his master?
Yep.
Because, like I said, he was nasty with the lightsaber. So
Yeah.
I mean, he knows how to fight. And I was like, man, and he's so strong. So I want to know who was his master.
I know. I know a lot of people are saying like theorizing what if it was Plo Koon because I guess in Legends Plo Koon had an orange lightsaber too, and it
Mm.
just would be so ironic if it was Plo Koon because then Balin could have been with him when he found Ahsoka and brought Ahsoka as a baby to the Jedi, which would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, that would have
Yeah.
been crazy.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, all those fights were crazy. Um, and then I was shocked that Sabine caved in. I didn't think that was gonna happen, bro. I was waiting for her to do something slick or
Yeah.
like have an explosive and like run away or something. Did you think she was gonna do that?
No, I didn't because it looked like she was going and then she like pushed back, so I was waiting for something to happen.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
man, she loves Ezra, man.
I
She
know.
loves
That's
him.
so crazy. So man, I wonder what's gonna happen. The minute that Balin knocked Ahsoka off and Sabine was just there, the whole time I'm like, "Oh, this is not good. This is not good. She needs to
Yeah.
run." Balin and Shin are right there, like, "Bro, you need to dip." So I didn't see that coming. And then after she gave it to him, when she started to choke, I was like, "Yo, Balin's killing her." But then you saw Shin, and I was like, "Wow." So that's gonna be interesting to see her trapped with them on that ship in the next galaxy, especially when they find Thrawn, because she knows Thrawn. Like she's gone toe to toe against Thrawn. I'm pretty sure in some Rebels episodes. So Thrawn knows who she is.
Yes, and he knows her artwork.
Doesn't he
Remember,
have a piece of his
his
artwork
artwork.
in his ship? That yeah,
Yep,
yes, he does.
does know.
So the minute they see each other, he's gonna say some slick ass shit like Sabine Wren, like oh, he's gonna say something, bro.
Well,
So
I think because I know yesterday, and if you guys didn't see it, him and Will had an epic live yesterday. So go ahead and see that after this. But I feel like the episode I commented. I feel like the episode is going to open up with Ezra and Thrawn. Like I feel like
bro,
episode 5 is
yeah.
going to go from that moment in Rebels to show like what were they doing. What were they doing when they got into that far away galaxy? Like, what were they doing? And then it's gonna cut to maybe them arriving, finally to get into Thrawn. So I feel like that's the way it's gonna open.
Yeah, it has to open up with something like that. So before we get into the Anakin and the World Between Worlds stuff, the episode 5 is going to be in movie theaters in like 10 theaters in the United States, in London, in Brazil, and in Bangkok. So if they're putting this in the theaters, that opening scene has to be fire. The whole episode has to be fire, which it should be. But like you might be right, and it might open up to like the Purgles dropping off the Chimera somewhere, and we see the wrecked ship of the Chimera on some planet in the unknown region, and seeing like if Thrawn and Ezra are still together, or maybe you see the ship crash and you see Ezra like walking away, leaving, and then it zooms into the ship and you see Thrawn like on the floor, lifeless, but then all of a sudden he moves, type shit. Maybe I don't know, but I hope we get both of them, man. I have a feeling though it's going to be a lot of Anakin, which is fine, and maybe some Thrawn, and like the end will end with us seeing Ezra, and then it cuts. That way, that there's hype for the next episode. Because like now, since they're blind, I think they have to do stuff like that. Because then, and it's funny, somebody was talking about this. I think it might have been Josh on Den of Nerds, but he was saying like we weren't expecting Anakin this episode. How are they going to make TV spots and promote the next episode without spoiling Anakin? So we got Anakin now, so they can make a TV spot and show a line of dialogue or something. But what about for episode 6? We've seen everything. So if it ends with Ezra, they could do TV spots teasing Ezra or this or that. So I feel like it has to end with something. That way they could use that as TV spots because they can't promote it any other way.
Yeah, I mean, you even said it yesterday. Like, a lot of us that are putting reviews or spoiler reviews, we didn't want to ruin it for anybody, so we like changed either our thumbnail or maybe put a little caution sign. But then Star Wars himself and Disney just go ahead and throws out, "Hey, we're gonna do episode 5 in the theater," and they just put Hayden Christensen on there. I'm like, oh, okay, well, might as well go ahead and spoil it for everybody.
So what I want to see real quick, what time did they post that? Wasn't it like at 11 a.m. or noon that
Yeah,
day?
it was like
Bro,
around 11 a.m. noon. Yeah.
yeah. So, and it's funny, Will hit me up that day because he wanted to put Anakin on the thumbnail for Dark Side Secrets, and I'm like, let's be nice because maybe people didn't see it. They're gonna complain. Then Star Wars did that shit, bro. I hit him up. I said, yo, put Anakin on there 3 times, bro. Like what? So now it's like I might just stop being nice, bro, and just whatever. Like the thumbnails are gonna be what I want it to be now. Sorry.
Exactly. And that's
Sorry.
what I thought about when I did the thumbnail with the Purgles. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's my shock face. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna ruin it. But people gotta know that they're gonna be there. Come on. You
Yeah.
see like the shadows. So it's
Yeah.
like, and what if you're not watching, it's not I can understand if it's 3 a.m. Not everybody's gonna get up at 3 a.m. to watch Star Wars. Some people gotta go to work early in the morning. I get it.
Yeah.
But what are you doing? It's 9 p.m., bro. You can watch the episode and go to bed.
And if
Come
you're
on.
on the West Coast, it's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like that's perfect.
Eat your dinner and watch the show. Come on.
Yeah. So I think it's so crazy they're doing that, bro, with the putting it in theaters. Like they have to know that this episode is gonna shatter reality, bro. Like it's the Thanos snap, bro. It's gonna like it has to be crazy.
And this is what I thought. It's like, okay, we were shocked, hyped, cried, so much emotions for just the fourth episode.
Yeah.
And that's just the fourth. We still got 4 more. So what's gonna happen in the other ones?
I know.
And we're
And
going
there's
crazy with this one.
bro, oh my God, bro. I don't think we're emotionally ready for this, especially for us that are Rebels fans. Cause like this is really, if you're a Rebels fan and watch Rebels, this is hitting you way harder than a normie, right? But I think even the normies are getting into it because they know who Anakin is. So the minute they're waking up and seeing Anakin on a poster for a show, they're gonna go watch it right away. Because they might not be watching Ahsoka, but they see Anakin, they're like, Anakin, they're gonna watch it right away.
And again, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, 2018 Ricky was not into Rebels.
Stupid.
Okay, so Tony tried to get me into it. I'm like, bro, I don't watch cartoons. So for you normies, right, that don't want to watch any of the animated series, go to New Rockstar. He's doing a breakdown of season 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Rebels. So you can just watch that, key points, and then now you know what's going on.
Yep.
But for us that watch Rebels, I know I watched it 3 times already. I know Tony, you probably watched it over 5 times.
Yeah, at least like 5 or 6 times, bro. It's Rebels, bro.
Yeah, so we are excited for anything, any character that we were like in the background. We're like, oh my God, we know who that is. So
yeah.
But what is the runtime? That's what I want to know. It's in the movie theaters. Yeah.
Oh, it's 50, 51 or 52 minutes. So it's only going to be 47 with credits. Yeah, it's not long. It's not crazy long. So
yeah, I know you told me about it, and then I was debating on it because I work 10 to 7 that Tuesday,
you won't get it, bro.
And then I won't be able to get it. Yeah. It's dope though. I wish it would have opened it up for more theaters, but I get it. I think it's all AMC theaters.
Yeah, I think so. So I mean, I kind of wanted to do that experience, but I also kind of wanted to experience it myself and record my reaction because, like, if this is supposedly the best episode of the season, like allegedly, and it might be the best episode of Star Wars content live action period, I kind of want that experience. But it'd be cool. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough.
It would have been cool to record your reaction with the crowd.
Well, they probably make you put your cell phones away, and they probably have security there because they're gonna get to see it an hour before it releases.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, because remember, it's at 8, and we get to watch it on Disney Plus at 9. So they're gonna see it an hour before us, just like in Anaheim, we saw Kenobi, I think, an hour before they dropped it on Disney Plus.
But did they confirm they're gonna show it an hour ahead, or are they gonna show last week's episode? Like, because I'm thinking you're going to the movie theaters, right? You're not going to go to the movie theaters for just 45, 47 minutes. So they might also just show the previous episode and then
I don't know
9 o'clock start the new one.
I figured they would have said that though. They would have been like, 2 episodes. I think they would have said that because people would need to plan for it and stuff if they're going to be there that long. Maybe I don't know, but
it would have been dope though. It would have been dope. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, luckily, we've got to experience that twice, seeing Star Wars shows on the big screen at Anaheim with 2 Kenobi episodes, which was crazy on that giant ass screen, and in London, seeing that Mando episode where Paz died like a week early on the big screen. Like that experience is priceless, man. It's a crazy experience.
And then we got to see Visions. One of the episodes of Visions too. So
on the big screen. Yeah.
That was pretty good. But yeah, the one Obi-Wan, that's an experience that I would love to relive again, because that Obi-Wan was so dope. And then we got to see little Leia, and then she came out at the end
on stage. The whole cast came out on stage, and we were front row too. So when Hewan came out and Deborah Chow came out, bro, they were right there in front of our face. Like it was insane. Such an experience, man. But if they do it for the finale, if the finale of Ahsoka, if they do that event, I might try to go to that because that has to be wild. It has to be wild, the finale. So I guess we'll see. Now, when the end cut to the water, and I assumed instantly, okay, this is the end. They're going to show the water. It's going to zoom in and then cut to black. But it started fading to the left, and then you started to see little sparkles in the water. I didn't even notice the sparkles. I was watching New Rockstar's breakdown, and they said you could see little stardust in the water because it was converting from water to the world between world. And when you saw Ahsoka laying there, I'm like, what's going on? I thought maybe she was just unconscious at the bottom or something like that. But when she got up on the bridge instantly, and you had it in your reaction too,
Yeah.
and I watched probably 20 different YouTube reactions because I wanted to see everyone's experience, and everybody was the same. Instantly, World Between Worlds, everybody right away, the World Between Worlds. And then I'm like, this is crazy. I figured if you cut it there, that's buck wild. That's enough. This
Yeah.
is more than
Yeah.
enough. And then you could faintly hear hello snips. The minute there was a delay from me registering it. Like if you watch my reaction, you hear him say hello snips, and then I'm like, and then I jump like, yo, like it didn't register. And they could have cut it there because that would have been sick too. And then she turns around and he's like, I didn't expect to see you so soon. And then you see him, bro. That moment was, it's not every day you get a moment like that in your fandom. Like that was such a special moment that everybody got to share, basically. Bro, how are you feeling?
It was crazy because, you know, I go back and like I said, there was so much hate for the prequels.
Yep.
There was so much hate on Hayden Christensen, that he didn't know how to act, that he was terrible. And that's the Star Wars I grew up with. Like you know, going to episode 1, 2, and 3 were the first 3 Star Wars movies that I went to the movie theaters. So for me, and I know you feel the same way. So there's a you know, a tie to us. So when we get to see him, and now Hayden Christensen all these years are getting all love now. He feels the love from everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, man, just to see him back again. And I get it. People are like, oh, he was on Kenobi. Yeah, but you know, barely. He was Kenobi, barely. He was Darth Vader. There was that epic scene with the helmet cut off on half. I get it.
Yeah.
But this is like, oh man. Anakin again, you know? And you look at him, he's smiling, he's looking back at Ahsoka, and I just think about episode 3, I think about episode 2, it brings me back in those memories. Me buying the collectible figures. I'm like, oh man, what a good time. Because I do have a couple Anakin figures that are still in box that I haven't opened. So just looking at that, it just brought back those memories of me going to the movie theaters and watching him.
Yeah, I know. Me too, man. It just hit, and now it's kind of like we know without a doubt, because there was always a little bit of doubt that what if it was just the audio in the trailers and we don't actually see him. I mean, there's rumors, but it could have been, oh, he's in the show, just that audio, and we'll hear her thinking about that or hearing it. But knowing that she is in the World Between Worlds with Anakin, and the next episode has to address that, bro, this is going to be the longest couple more days in the history of life. Like it's going to, that Tuesday is going to suck waking up because that day is going to be so long to get to 9 p.m. So
I know I'm going to be talking about it all day at work, you know, and I even got some of my athletes to start watching Ahsoka. So I've been talking to them at work, and I haven't been at work the last 2 days. So when I go back, I get to talk to people about the episode. Did you see the episode? Did you see the episode? But I work 10 to 7 today, so I'm going to be rushing home because I know we're going to be doing the countdown.
Oh,
so make sure you watch that. 8 o'clock,
the
countdown. But, man, it's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. I'm telling you that. It is a very good time. And it is so crazy because I was a part of the hype with episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And then there was nothing.
Yep.
And it was quiet. So then, you know, you barely see any Star Wars stories in those Star Wars shows. There was no Disney Plus. And now having Disney Plus and then the hype with Mando, like to me, seeing Hayden Christensen, I know a lot of people are like, man, you crazy, bro. I think to me this overjumped the Luke. Now I always loved the Luke and Mando 2 season 2. And I have my reaction to that. Look, you know, I recorded myself because I think you told me, because Tony has always been the one to watch the show on time. And he's like, bro, have you watched the last? And I'm like, nah, I'm waiting to watch it with my girl. He's like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, let me know your reaction to the last episode, and you see Luke come out, and for me personally, I feel like this one surpassed it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think too. I think it's right there, if not above it a little bit. Man, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's the same, if not more. It's so hard to pick, but I think I lean more towards Anakin, and like we're gonna get more of him in the next episode, so that kind of like elevates it more because then it's like you're kind of including that in. Oh no, this is better because we got a lot of Anakin, and like I think even halfway through, I think this show so far is better than Mando.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell
Yep.
yeah,
And
hell yeah.
I love Mando season 1 and season 2 are fire amazing. I can rewatch that all day. Season 3, there's some
Mm.
moments, but 1 and 2 are like elite Disney Star Wars. Ahsoka, bro, it surpassed it and it's not even done.
And you know, I get it. A lot of people could feel like, because I hear it, you know, oh, you hyped about it because you watched Rebels. So you hyped about it because Ahsoka, you watched Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but the same thing could be like, oh, you were hyped for Luke because you watched the old classics. But we love everything. We
Yeah.
love everything. So that's the thing, is like, don't put us under like you're the prequels, Rebels, Clone Wars kind of fans. We're the classic OG ones. We love the OG. Look at my shirt. Favorite character is Darth Vader. So I
Yep.
love the OG. So to me, like you said, it surpasses because every episode was a banger. And it's Dave. It's Dave.
Yeah.
Because even though he's not directing every episode, the writing, it flows. Like you literally could take the first 4 episodes,
It's a
right?
movie.
And movie. Boom.
Yeah.
Movie 1. And they end it, movie 1, with saying, hello, Snips. And then Anakin, and you end the movie, you're like, yo, when's the next movie coming out? So pretty much that's what it is. Like, this show is so good.
Man, imagine, bro, this would break the internet even more. Imagine if the episode Tuesday, imagine if that was the finale, and imagine if the finale ended like that with her. Is she dead? World Between Worlds and Anakin. Imagine if that was that part happened at the end. Like, say we go through the whole season and say she's fighting Thrawn and Thrawn knocks her off, like kind of like what happened with Balin. And imagine if it ended like that and that was the finale.
Bro, that will want us wanting more. We
Yeah.
will be counting down the days. We'll do a freaking live. This is week number 52. I'm waiting for season 2 to come out. You know, it's crazy, man. It is crazy, but I'm hyped. Tuesday, and then again, only being in YouTube for 4 months. Tony's been telling me for time, yo, do reaction videos or do reviews. I'm doing them now on my phone, watching the Ahsoka show. So that should tell you guys how good it is. Because I didn't do no review for Andor. Well, nobody should do review for Andor. But I didn't do no review for Obi-Wan. I didn't do anything else. So Ahsoka show is that good. It's got me wanting to do reviews, predictions. Like, it's so good.
Yep. So just 4 episodes left, and like it's gonna be a fun 4 weeks, and maybe that first week after it, like compressing everything that we got in and rewatching it all at once. Because I know when it's all done, one day off, I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing. Just put it on play and just enjoy it as one long piece of film. But after that, bro, it's gonna suck for so long. Cause I mean, and so we might get like 2 to 4 projects in 2024, but it's like maybe one of them I'm excited for. Tales of the Jedi season 2, I'm excited for.
Yes.
Skeleton Crew, it'll probably be cool, but like it's not going to be Ahsoka level. Acolyte could be a banger. It could be really, really, really good, but we don't know.
From what I saw, what we saw in Celebration, all those Jedis,
Yeah.
right? I was like, yo.
It could be a banger.
Yeah, it could be good.
But I don't know that lady like that. It's not Dave, so I can't like be that, like invested. Oh, it's gonna hit. So hopefully, and then Andor season 2. I hated season 1. Yes, season 1. But the trailer we saw at Celebration for season 2, it looked decent.
It picked up the pace, like the pacing. That's the thing that was wrong about Andor. It's like you talked about it all the time. Like, I don't want to see a guy with his mom eating cereal, bro. Who
Yeah, man.
cares? Who
Yeah.
cares about that character? Cut him off.
Yes.
Let's speed it up. You know, I wanted more espionage and spy and shooting and
More
taking and
Rogue One.
robbing. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna give Andor a chance, and I'm gonna do reactions. And man, they're gonna go either one of two ways, and I cannot wait, bro. I cannot. And people are probably gonna hate it because if it sucks, I'm gonna tell them how I feel, and there's gonna be so many mad people in the comments. This is real Star Wars. This is cinema. You don't know storytelling. So
No.
yeah, and then Bad Batch season 3 actually looks dark because we saw the trailer at London too, and that does look really good. It looks like everyone's just gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, against, they have to, right? Eventually have to die, because then they would have showed up on, Rebels
Something.
or yeah.
Yeah,
So
so Dave might just have Vader go in there and just slaughter everybody. Animated. Yeah.
R.I.P. Tech, man. But yeah, the Bad Batch is really good. Like, it has some of those fillers, like
It's
pod
half and half.
racing episodes, but for the majority of the story is good for Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So, but it's
But
gonna be dark times, man. Dark
it,
times. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
but then okay, so then after see, I think they're gonna stretch it out. So here's my predictions for the next 2 years, which are gonna suck. Wait, when Celebration 2020? Okay, so I think they're gonna just give us two of those projects next year. Maybe they give us one live action, one animated. I think they're gonna push the other two into 2025 because with all the strikes and stuff, like who knows how long these strikes are gonna go, and if it goes longer, they're not gonna have content for 2025. So the four projects they have on deck that are basically done, they're gonna have to spread that out. They'll give us one within the
Mm.
first 6 months, the other one in the next 6 months, and then 2025 they'll do two, and then at least we have Celebration in 2025. We'll be in Japan, but like, yeah, man, I think those four projects that we're supposed to get that were the end of this year, next year, are gonna be two in 2024, two in 2025. So it's gonna be a long time till we get peak Star Wars like Ahsoka.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong. We were supposed to have Skeleton Crew at the end of this year, towards the
Yep,
end of
it's
this year.
supposed to be this year. Yep.
It was supposed to be
Yep.
this year because that's what I was like. Okay, after Ahsoka, we got at least got Skeleton Crew to watch,
Yep.
and then they said that we were gonna get oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. The
Acolyte.
live acolyte in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So that's what we thought. So I said, okay, there may be some months without something in between, but that's fine. Maybe we can focus on buying our collection and then come back and watch the episodes. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like after Ahsoka, I think I'm just gonna cry because Ahsoka's finished.
I know.
There's nothing else to watch. Then I have to rewatch other shows. Maybe I'll give Andor another try.
Oh man.
Maybe we should do a breakdown of Andor.
Oh
Just
my god.
during the dark times.
No. So now the movie stuff is even more fucked because like we were supposed to get, I think, like the Rey movie early 2026 and Filoni's movie late 2026. No way in hell now with all these delays. No way. So now it's like, are we gonna get the Rey movie late 2026, early 2027 now? And then Filoni's
Lord.
gonna be late 2027, 2028, bro. That is a long time. Ah.
So and then you know what? We're talking about all this time. That affects Celebration.
Well, not. I don't think it affects it that much because they'll use that to promote whatever show or whatever one of the movies. Because
But
like say,
what material are they gonna have? Like we expect, like, I expect to go into there and be like, all right, everybody, you want to see something cool? You want to see the trailer? Everybody, put down your phones. Put down your phones. We ain't gonna get any of that.
so for 2025, yeah, 2027 Celebration, we'll get movie trailers, but 2025, yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe they'll just give us more full trailers for Acolyte or Bad Batch or Tales, whatever hasn't dropped yet. That's
Or
what they're gonna have to do.
or an episode or something, because
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so used to jam pack, and then the Lucasfilms. Like the Lucasfilms panel is something really forward to go to. Like, what are they gonna do at the? Usually, they give us something at the end, either a poster or hey, here's a little badge. Come back, you get to
Yeah.
watch a free episode. I don't know what they're gonna do in 2025. I'm still gonna go because I don't go to Celebration just for the panels. That's a part of it. I mean, I
Yeah.
obviously go for the merch, the cosplay, the whole vibe. But taking that part, that's something that I really look forward to. At least day one, in the Lucasfilm panel and seeing all these trailers. We ain't gonna get anything. But
Yeah.
if we don't get anything, 2027 Orlando, please, please Orlando.
I know. So I think it'll still be fine at Celebration. Like they should still do a Revenge of the Sith panel for 2025. But yeah, it won't be as much like seeing stuff first, episodes, trailers. So it's going to be a very unique next couple years for Star Wars stuff. And we also at least have Outlaws in 2024. So we'll have that game. And that game takes place between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So there'll be some OG story elements in there, which will be fun. So that'll be cool. But then after that, like, is there another game we could look forward to in 2025? Or I don't know, man.
Yeah,
So
that would be pretty dope. I mean, at least if they had another game besides Outlaw, something different, would be something that we could look forward to, and then just at least hold us down for a little bit. But it's very interesting, and it sucks because I was hoping that in Japan they would be promoting Dave's movie, right? But now with this whole thing, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I know, bro. That was the big thing for Japan. We were gonna get potentially the trailer for Dave's movie, maybe. That's what we were all thinking.
And then
But
so the first thing I was thinking about, right? Because you talked about it, I was like, okay, we're gonna get a trailer, something from Dave's movie, and then he's gonna bring out, Thrawn, Ahsoka, like bring them out because that's gonna tie into the movie and bring them
yeah,
out to the stage and talk for a little bit. I was like, oh man.
I know.
But
So
overall, like again, we're going to Japan. So
oh yeah.
regardless, you're gonna see us. So yes, Ricky's real. You see me now. If I'm next to Tony, it's me. Okay.
Yo, Japan. One of the things I'm hyped for, and I was like, I gotta find it on Instagram. There was a store. I might have sent it to you and Ty. I gotta look. Maybe it's in our group chat, but there's a Star Wars like vintage toy store in Japan that looks. You didn't see that? I'm pretty sure I sent it.
No.
I'll find it once we're done recording. But I saw this toy store in Japan, and it's all vintage Star Wars stuff, and I was shocked. I cannot wait to make a toy hunting video going to this toy store in freaking
Oh.
Tokyo. Yeah, so it's gonna be a crazy experience just being in Tokyo, period. But doing stuff like that there, oh my god, bro.
Well, and that's what I was talking. Next month I'll be going to Spain, so I'm trying to look for some type of Star Wars collectible and written in Spanish or Catalanian, like their language.
Yeah, yeah,
So to
yeah,
go to
yeah.
Japan and buy a figure that's all in Japanese, oh, that would be dope. That would be
So
dope.
dope. So I wanted to go to New York Comic Con this year, but I didn't because I'm trying to save for Japan. But now I'm seeing they're announcing more people, and now that the Ahsoka show is popping, I think there's going to be a lot more people. So did you see who they just announced for New York?
No.
So
Oh.
Hera's going to be there. So I saw that. I'm like, damn, that'd be kind of cool to meet Hera or get an autograph. Damn. And then Morgan Elsbeth is going to be there.
Oh.
So they just announced both of them, bro. If Shin gets announced, bro, I gotta go get a photo with Shin, bro. Shin, Batty, I'll get a So
You gotta get a
theory,
shirt. You gotta get a
Star
shirt.
Wars theory, he's making an I Heart Shin Batty hat. He's making it. So the minute he makes that hat, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get a custom shirt made with her on it, bro. I pray that they come to MegaCon Orlando in 2024 in February. But if not, man, whatever show they're at, I gotta meet Shin, man. I gotta meet Shin for sure.
Yeah, she is bad, bro. She is bad.
But this is kind of dope that they're both gonna be there. And now Like they're both like popping in the show, especially if she does Night Sister magic later, and because there's a rumor that there's a huge fight scene. Did you watch that video I made about that yet or no?
That the clone trooper parts.
No,
No.
no, no, no. Let me bring up the article real quick. So she was somewhere doing an interview, and okay, check this out, bro. This is crazy. So she said, I will tell you one thing, the fight scene for sure. We had about 17 hours to kick out that fight scene between Rosario and me in Mandalorian, right? Whereas this time we had days at the fight scene in Ahsoka. So let's just say that there were days at it for this fight scene. It's a long, involved fight scene that's pretty intense. Bro, if it's Night Sister magic and they're doing crazy stuff,
Oh my god.
so she basically confirms she fights Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show, and the fight scene was more work than Mando's fight scene. It has to be with magic involved, bro.
Oh, again, because she didn't use no magic at all.
No,
We
she's
didn't
been
even
like,
we didn't even know she was a Night Sister. So
yeah,
man, because I know there was this thing that I think either your live stream they were talking about that Thrawn has all these stormtrooper
undead ones,
suits,
yeah.
undead ones, and she could use her power to wield them, and it just becomes some epic battle. And I was like, oh, maybe that, but yeah. Maybe, and remember, there was also this thing where Ezra doesn't even need a lightsaber anymore. He has some type of like force. So imagine he does that with her Night Sister powers going against each other. That would be pretty dope too.
So when I heard that article, it was so crazy. I heard that article on someone's, I think it was like Star Wars Meg, right? And then I happened to be rewatching Clone Wars, right? I just had it playing on in the background. The episode I was watching, and I forgot how badass their magic is. It was this episode where Mace
Oh,
Windu is fighting Mother Talzin. So right away, I'm like, what if we get a scene that's like this? Like she's powerful as hell. Look at this, bro. She makes a sword out of magic
like
and fight,
no,
and fights
that's sick.
Mace. So what if Morgan does some stuff like this against
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka? Yeah,
Oh my god!
yeah,
And again, that just shows that each episode is gonna get better. So what
better and
episode we're
better.
gonna? Oh my
Yeah,
god! I don't think we're
yeah.
ready, man. I don't think
No,
we're ready.
no, we're not. We're not. So episode 5, I think I think since well, I don't know how she's gonna get, like I have no idea how they're gonna get to them in the other galaxy, or is it gonna be like they just go there and pick up Thrawn and then bring him back? I'm not sure, but like say if they go over there and they stay there, I think Ahsoka will come out of a portal that's over there on the Chimera, because the other entrance for the World Between Worlds is on Thrawn's ship, the Chimera. It's in that rubble, it's there. So it could be where she's with Anakin the whole time, and then all of a sudden she pops out of a portal and she's over there in that other galaxy.
Now, do you think? Now, how would you feel if they brought Anakin back?
Oh, I don't know. But can you? He's too old to be out in the daylight. You could be in the World Between World in the shadows, but you bring him in the daylight, that CG is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Um, I mean, I'm greedy and selfish. I like it. I know most people won't, but like I know Dave would make it make sense for the story. He wouldn't do it just to like sell merch of Anakin stuff. Like that's gonna sell regardless. But if he whatever Dave does, I trust it's gonna make sense for the story. Cause like he knows Anakin almost as much as Dave, bro. He did 7 seasons of Clone War with freaking Anakin, bro, and he did it with George. So
Well, that's another thing that I was thinking about. That maybe he comes out of the World Between Worlds to help, to kind of like prove himself. Like, hey, I was good at one time, and to show
oh,
Snips, like, I'm gonna help you, but then at the end of this, I'm going back, like, because I'm not supposed to be part of this world. I'm just gonna help you guys with this one last battle, and I'm
but
going back.
he's too OP, bro. He's freaking Anakin, bro. He's too overpowered. You can't even do that because he'll come out, kick everybody's ass, and the whole time we're gonna be looking at him and not caring about nothing else.
I guess I could dream, right? Yeah, and it just sucked. It would suck, like just to see him and say bye, I'm going back, and you're like,
I know. So I haven't made my video yet. Noah made it already, but what if that's not even Anakin, bro?
Yeah, I did see that.
What if that's the son playing a trick on Ahsoka? Because technically, she's kind of like the sister of the daughter now, because the essence of that god is in her, because she died there. And like more and more people are talking about. I literally seen like heavy spoilers. I've seen so many, maybe even New Rockstars, a couple other big channels, all kind of having that same theory video where they're thinking that it's the son. So like,
yeah, because if you look at it, because I had it paused for a moment, right? And yes, it's Hayden Christensen, but it looks like a different Anakin. No scar.
Yeah.
No scar.
Well, it's kind of there if you zoom in. It's faint, but it's there. It's there.
Oh, it is, because I look at it. I was like, oh my god, no scar. So it looks like maybe a fake Anakin, right?
Yeah.
It says like it's fake. It's to trick her mind, So it could be that would be a good theory too, and it would make sense too.
But it would only make sense to us. So like, if you haven't watched the Mortis arc in Clone Wars, anybody that's a normal person that knows who Anakin is, if they watch it and he happens to reveal himself to be the son, they're gonna be like, "What?" They're gonna have no idea. So I doubt it would be something that deep. But Dave's also doesn't care about people. He might just do whatever he wants because it makes sense to him. So I guess we'll see. I kind of want it to be Anakin, but then it doesn't make sense. Like, why is he in that outfit? That lightsaber, is it the shadow that it looks weird? It looks weird. Why does he still have the mechanic, the glove on, the robot arm hand? Like, wouldn't you want to look like how you did in Return of the Jedi, like normal? So I don't know, man. I guess we'll see next episode. We should see.
Oh man, but it's still too far, man. It's still too far.
I know.
Like I wanted today.
Like, I know.
If there was a way to pay for, like, pay ahead
early access.
Access.
God, bro, I would pay in a heartbeat. If they were smart, they would do that, bro. There would be so many people mad, but bro, right away. Oh my god, and like
early access,
pay-per-view.
Yeah, hell yeah, early access. Get it ahead of time.
Damn.
All those people that are editing these shows, they got to see everything that's happened. I'm like, oh my god, all that information. They probably imagine the editor is like, Dave, you really want to do this? Yes, yeah, add it on there.
That's cool, but it kind of sucks at the same time because you don't get to enjoy it and watch it put together. Because I mean, it's cool, you kind of know, but then like you don't get to see it. I don't know.
Do we know if Dave showed this to George?
Probably, bro, because I know he's cool with George, and he probably reached out to him a lot. I'm sure he has, or I don't know, maybe. So there's a behind the scenes dropping tomorrow, Master and Apprentice, for this show. So maybe we'll see in there if George was on set. But like, I kind of feel like he would have came, and like Dave would have been like, "Here's the script." I bet you George read the script and probably was like, why don't you do this here? And why don't you add this there? I guarantee you. And then Dave's like, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Like, because George was there for what? He was there on set for Mando a couple times.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Book of Boba? He was there. He was there at Book of Boba with freaking Luke and Rosario. Remember Rosario was there? So yeah, if he would have popped up for those shorts, he didn't go there for Andor. I can tell you that. But if he showed up for those shows, I'm gonna clip that out too. That's funny.
He wasn't there for Andor. He's like, yo, take the Star Wars title from that, bro.
He definitely was there for Ahsoka, for Dave. That's his boy, bro. That's his unofficial son. So
yeah, that's crazy, man. Just to see Dave's journey.
I know, it's wild, super wild. So that's pretty much all I got. What do you got coming up next on your channel that the people could look forward to?
This Ahsoka show has been taking a lot of over between, like I said, doing shorts, reels, predictions. So I'm still going to be doing more of those videos coming out. I do got a couple of things coming in the mail, so do some unboxing videos. I do have something that should be here by next week, and it has to do with the Ahsoka show. and I'm gonna do that unboxing video too. So I'm really excited for that.
Nice.
You know, but yeah. Besides that, just continue to do reviews, predictions, unboxing. Again, I am Pop the Bounty Collector, so I do have some Funkos coming. So if you like Funkos and unboxing reviews, check this guy out right here.
Yeah. So again, guys, the link to his channel will be down in the description. Check him out for sure. But Ricky, appreciate you coming on. Yes. And that's it for this episode of Sith Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.